June 2025 marked a convergence of Assam's deep history and high-tech future, ranging from ancient tea estates to the launch of dedicated orbital satellites. Most candidates preparing for the APSC exam fall into a familiar trap. They memorize the what to pass a multiple-choice quiz, often leaving them unequipped to explain the why required for the mains and interviews. This is part 2 of our June 2025 MCQ series from Examverse by A.Kabir Sir. To navigate this syllabus, we have to look at 3 foundational pillars: economy, science and technology, and the environment. Clearing the exam requires more than memory. It requires an understanding of how specific policy changes in June 2025 are designed to address the geographic and historical factors that have shaped the state for centuries. We'll start with the economy. Take a look at question 16 regarding the 16th Finance Commission and question 17, which covers the Land Ceiling Act. The answer to question 16 reflects a significant fiscal shift. Assam's share of the central divisible pool of taxes has increased to 3.26%. This chart shows the weighted criteria used by the Commission. Assam's increased share is tied to specific performance metrics, particularly the rewards given for demographic performance and the preservation of forest ecology. That brings us to question 17 and the ground-level impact of the Assam Fixation of Ceiling on Land Holdings Amendment Act. For over a century, more than 3 lakh tea garden worker families have lived in labor lines, quarters built inside the estates. Despite working this land for generations, they have lacked legal ownership of the ground beneath their homes. The new amendment corrects this historical exclusion by granting legal land rights. To prevent these families from falling victim to predatory buyers or distress sales, the law makes the newly granted land strictly non-transferable for 20 years. By combining these macroeconomic shifts with direct welfare, like the Arunodoi 3.0 scheme, the state is moving to transition a historically vulnerable workforce into secure, long-term economic participants. Moving to science and technology, let's pull up questions 20, 18, and 21, covering space systems, artificial intelligence, and green energy. The answer to question 20 is AssamSat. This is the state's own Earth observation satellite system, designed to operate in low Earth orbit. Standard cameras are often blinded by Assam's heavy monsoon cloud cover. To solve this, AssamSat uses synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, a technology that sends radar pulses through clouds and darkness to map the topography below. This data provides real-time flood mapping across the Brahmaputra basin and constant monitoring of the region's porous borders. Back on the ground, question 18 introduces Akkor AI, the world's first Assamese speech-to-text platform, enabling digital inclusion for regional linguistics. For question 21, we shift to green energy and the inauguration of the world's first commercial second-generation bioethanol plant at Numaligarh. While first-generation ethanol relies on food crops like sugarcane, this 2G facility sidesteps the food versus fuel controversy by utilizing 500,000 metric tons of non-food bamboo biomass annually. The state is building a tech stack tailored to its specific geography, using SAR to see through monsoon clouds, AI to recognize SME speech, and 2G refineries to process local bamboo. Our final testing block focuses on the environment, specifically questions 19, 23, and 24. The answer to question 19 is the Romari Dandoa Wetland Complex. Conservationists are currently campaigning for this site to become Assam's second Ramsar site. Seeking this global designation is an attempt to secure stronger protections for the state's wetlands, following the ecological pressures faced by Assam's only current site, Deepor Beal. For question 24, we look at the pygmy hog. As an indicator species, the health of its population directly reflects the overall stability of the surrounding alluvial grasslands. When those ecosystems face industrial accidents, local research provides the solution. Question 23 highlights the PSOG molecule, developed by IIT Guwahati as an indigenous tool for cleaning up marine oil spills. Conservation here is a dual strategy, using international frameworks like Ramsar to protect natural habitats, while deploying homegrown scientific tools to mitigate industrial damage. Isolated facts rarely win competitive exams. The goal is to see how these different systems, economic, technological, and environmental, work together. In June 2025, we see Assam using its traditional geographic identity, its bamboo, tea estates, and wetlands, as the foundation for pioneering modern technologies like AI, satellites, and biorefineries. When you are faced with a difficult question on the APSC, look for the answer that balances local socioeconomic needs with forward-thinking modernization. Tally up your scores in the comments below and subscribe for Part 3. For the full comprehensive exam verse reading by Kabir Sir, check the link in the description to master the rest of your syllabus.